Bro, Max just took the mic at a Viaplay event in Amsterdam. Not a lap time, not a setup leak. Reports say Gianpiero Lambiase, Max's race engineer, is leaving Red Bull for McLaren, and Max had a quiet offstage talk with him. Here's the opener. What was said, why it matters, and the only question now hanging over F1, does Max follow GP? Because that bond is the backbone of his era. To set the scene, this story isn't about aero maps or engine modes. It's about a voice. Gianpiero GP Lambiase. He's the calm in Max Verstappen's storm, the translator between car and lap time, the man on the radio who turns chaos into pace. GP has been Max's race engineer since 2016, a decade together, 4 world titles, 71 wins. Through every era of the car, that pairing has been the constant, driver and engineer moving as one. They're dynamic, tough love. The radio is blunt, clipped, surgical. GP resets Max when it's hot, pushes when it counts, and leaves silence when that's faster. Helmut Marko once called them an old married couple. It wasn't an insult. It was an explanation. In modern F1, the engineer is a co-author of every lap. Tire prep, energy deployment, outlap traffic, safety car restarts, reading wind, track temp, and grip evolution. GP's edge is judgment under pressure, translating data into instructions Max trusts at 300 kilometers an hour. That's why the paddock froze when news of GP's move broke. You're not just removing a voice, you're disrupting a feedback loop built over years, the shorthand that wins qualifying laps and manages title-defining stints. From the raw edges of 2016-18 to the sharpened title fight of 2021 to the relentless dominance that followed, GP on the pit wall has been the through line. Different cars, different rules, same partnership delivering under the lights and in the rain. In a sport decided by tenths, that bond is competitive leverage. GP isn't background noise. He's part of the lap. If he moves, it doesn't just change a voice on the radio. It can change Saturdays. It can change Sundays. It can change championships. Breaking from Woking. McLaren has confirmed Gianpiero Lambiase will join as Chief Racing Officer no later than 2028, the very same year Max Verstappen's Red Bull contract ends. This isn't a rumor mill whisper, it's a statement of intent. Zach Brown sees an opening and he's moving early, building a leadership core around a car that's already threatening for wins. The timing is everything. Lambiase's reputation as a racecraft architect makes this a strategic hire years in the making. Inside McLaren, the message is clear. Assemble the brain trust now, dominate later. And across Milton Keynes, the departures and turbulence have piled up. Christian Horner's saga, Adrian Newey's exit, Jonathan Wheatley's uncertainty, Helmut Marko's future in question. The center of gravity is shifting, which raises the question fans have been whispering for months. Did Max know? Did he quietly sign off on Lambiase's long game with McLaren? Or did this blindside him? Is this the first chess move of a future partnership, or a pressure point aimed at Red Bull? The calendar line at 2028 isn't a coincidence. It's a countdown. Look around the paddock. Signals are everywhere. A circled date on the wall. Empty chairs where pillars once sat. Lights turning off in offices that used to hum through midnight. McLaren's move isn't random. It's deliberate. And it lands right on 2028. So, did Max agree, disapprove, or feel betrayed? Today, we got the answer from Max himself. At the Viaplay event in Amsterdam, Max explained it plainly. GP told me about the offer and he kind of asked me for permission. Then he added, I told him he should do it. I'd be stupid not to. He's been incredibly selfless for years. I respect him a lot, Max said on stage. Jaws echoed it. We knew about it as a family, and we encouraged GP to go. The message was clear: respect, support, and zero hard feelings. In 2021, Max said, I only want to work with him. As soon as he stops, I stop too. That line haunts the present, because bonds like that define eras. But eras shift. Joss now says things have changed, and that Max will likely carry on. Max has hinted 2026 regs could shape his future. Car, energy rules, the whole picture. Speculation. If GP moves, it could signal Max's next step, or the first sign of an exit. To be clear, this is speculation, but the paddock is whispering. split that partnership, and the sport feels it instantly. For now, the pit wall chair sits empty, and the clock is ticking. For Red Bull, this ban stings. That explosive edge at the line papered over deeper energy management fragilities. Without it, one-lap execution looks exposed. In the garage, Gianpiero Lambiase wasn't just a calm radio. He was the integrator between Max's instincts and a power unit philosophy built on controlled risk. Remove the mode, remove the crutch, and the development gap shows. Traction off slow exits, recharge windows, thermal balance. These now decide the lap. Recent weekends told the story. Flashes of speed, then head-scratching cooldowns and aborted runs. That's pressure. And with GP gone, Red Bull must rebuild the interface between driver feel and data discipline in real time, mid-season, while rivals circle. The loss isn't only technical, it's cultural. Clarity under stress wins qualifying. Right now, they're searching for it. McLaren look like the adults in the room. A statement technical signing signaled intent beyond a single season, and pairing that with Norris and Piastri gives them peak speed plus development stamina. Around Woking, the cadence feels aligned. Papaya pit stops crisp, leadership meetings tight, decisions quick. More importantly, they've imported championship-hardened know-how into the places that actually win Saturdays. Energy deployment maps, tire prep corridors, repeatable outlap discipline. This ban doesn't clip them, it validates them. Their car makes time in predictable ways, not in gray zone spikes. That stability quietly keeps a door open for Max, not a promise, an option. A culture that can absorb a superstar without bending the project out of shape. The factory loop, designed to sim to track, looks continuous, not handoffs, so when the lap begins, everyone already knows the trigger points. If Red Bull can't replace GP's integrator role cleanly, McLaren's margin and method become the selling point. Fewer surprises, more control over the variables that decide poles and titles. And then there's Max. Telling GP to go felt like a line in the sand and the start of a reckoning. 2028 is where the regs converge. The current formula already looks like it's draining the joy from his driving. Trusted figures are leaving. The edges he relied on are gone, and the stopwatch is suddenly more honest. What keeps him at Red Bull now? Faith in a rebuild or the comfort of what he knows? If the car can't give him controllable, repeatable pace, the question stops being sentimental and becomes competitive. The next seasons will test whether loyalty can outlast momentum or whether momentum decides everything. Watch the dominoes. GP leaves. The loophole dies. The grid tightens. Does Max follow GP when convergence arrives in 2028, or does he step away before that chapter even opens? You tell me. Drop your take in the comments. Did the ban simply level the field, or did it expose a deeper shift in power? If you're into this kind of analysis, like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Peace.